Right, and today's the day. We're going to do some work on the sidecar, and hopefully the last bits of snagging. Maybe. Right, well, still waiting for the new petrol tap to arrive, but I've got these. The drive chain, it's going to be a right faff to fit. All this needs to come off, and I need to undo the chain to get this on.
Okay, I've never done this job before. This job is an absolute bit of a mare. Yes, it was horrible. But, you know, it's one of those learning procedures, but the wheel has to come off. You have to take so much stuff off just to change the rubber boots. It was a big job.
I've encountered a problem. I don't know if it's a moulding error or something, but you can see it down there. There's a I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know if it's like a moulding error, but I can't get the chain in because there's something in the pipe blocking me. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know. It's the best I can do, isn't it? Do I not have a longer drill bit? So that's what it's meant to look like. It's quite a big hole, and the chain just feeds right through. The other ones, and I've been drilling that, and I'm trying to get it open, but it's still not good enough. Can't get the chain through. So, I'm going to repair the old one with a bit of inner tube, and just say screw it, and put the old one back on.
This was not easy. This was really tricky to do, and I gave up in the end. I just couldn't fit the new boots, so I ended up just fitting the old ones. But putting the chain back on with this cover thing in the way is a really nightmare. What you actually have to do is have the sprocket carrier off, put the chain on the sprocket carrier, then put the whole thing into the assembly. It's an enclosed system, which is a bit of a nightmare.
Right, the enclosed system is nice, but it's a pain, and I can't get the adjustment right. And you know what? It's gonna have to come off. Like, it's just gonna have to come off. The whole thing's gonna have to come off. You can't adjust the blinking chain in here properly. You can't see what's going on. I do like the enclosed system on this bike, but the rubbers have perished. I'm tried faffing around with the others for so long now. These are just gonna have to come off. I'm giving up, and I'm gonna Dremel it off. I can't even bother taking the wheel off. And all the rubbers have perished anyway, so it needs to come off basically. So yeah, I gave up. I cut through it, and you know what? It actually looks all right. Happy with that, and I can actually see and check now the chain tension without having to guess. So that's good. Taking it out, it seems all fine. Yeah, so that's good. I actually prefer it like that. But I do like the enclosed chains because it means you never have to oil them, and it's sopping wet with oil still, but yeah, I do like the enclosed chains for that, just to keep them clean, but they're really hard to check. I don't run the enclosed chain on my cub either. So yeah. Right, now on to the next problem I've spotted. This indicator is on the blink. Oh no. Oh, I didn't mean to say, I'm sorry. Anyway, this whole unit is loose and rubbish, and there's an exposed wire in there, and this is cheap plastic. So in my spares, I've got this one, which is also cheap plastic, but it does work. So I've also got this one in my spares as well. So I think we'll go with that one. That's the closest match I've got. Right, let's get this off. Seat off again. Oh yeah, look at that. Fray in the wire there. There's also a fray. It's hard to see now, but yeah, there's a fray in a wire up this end, so it was kind of probably shorting to earth, which is why it probably didn't work. And it also was popping fuses. Right, so right, how am I going to wire this one in? Right then, so that's wiring the indicator. So it doesn't work, which is good. We have to find a nice earth point. So I think we can earth it to this, or to this screw maybe. Motorshed hates these things. I've had some issues with them, but they're cheap. I like.
Back to my chain rubber boot issue. We're talking like 3 hours of me just doing that, trying to put boots on that weren't fitting. 3 and a bit hours. That was a nightmare, and then the indicator wasn't working. But at least this was an easy fix.
See if this works now. Long flash, but it could be because the engine's not running, and the engine's running, that might sort itself out, because they tend to flash faster when the engine's running. So it could just be a slow pulse while the engine's off. loose there, isn't it? No, can't tighten it up any tighter. So we'll loosen it off. Right, there we go. Being quite a bit more solid now. I was about to call it a day, but a new petrol thing showed up. So now I get to take the petrol tank off again. I get to take the petrol tank off again. I think I'm getting good at this. Let's see.
So I think I did order the correct petrol tap from last time. I think I might have the incorrect petrol tank for this bike. This might be off a slightly different year of one. It all sort of fits, so I was always a bit sus on it. But yeah, maybe I've actually got the wrong year or the wrong petrol tank on this bike when I ended up with the wrong tap. But at least I can get the petrol tank off in literally 2 minutes.
Come. Off we come. Better fit this time, I swear. We're going to have a lot of issues if we don't. Right, I've installed it. That's as tight as it can go. Tap works both positions. I don't know which is reserve. I think it's down for on, up for reserve. But don't quote me on that. And I'm going to have to go and double check that. Possibly by just running the bike until it runs out. And then hopefully it flicks over to reserve. If not, my extra reserve is down here. Right then. I think that's all for today. So yeah, last time you saw this, I did a little bracket at the back here, and I've had this little bag on the back. See how it lasts, but in there I'm going to keep my measuring cup. Hopefully this doesn't fall apart. I've got a spare measuring cup on me just in case, but yeah, keep my measuring cup in there. And also 3D printed this. Some people run at 140, some people run at 133, but some people run at 150. But the general consensus is modern oils is much better, so I should have put it 45 to 1, not 1 to 45. But yeah, my mistake. It's supposed to be 45 to 1. I know reprinting it, but for 1 litre I put in 22ml, 488, and so on and so forth. Because I don't think I'm going to be going for 1 is to 22, and then I've got the rest of the increments down here up to 15. It goes up to 17 if I wanted to, but I think that's enough range anyway, so I can quickly look. It's going to be one of those. And if I'm putting in 17 litres, I've done goofed. It means I've run out of fuel. Right, so pretty much with all the repairs and upgrades done, apart from I just need to do the gear oil change. I'll do a gear oil change, but other than that, I think it's time to take it for a test ride. Go get some gear oil on the way back. Don't think I've got enough to do it. I think I need 1.2 litres and I've only got 1. Annoying. Oh well, let's go. Oh, so a bit of flooding. We had a bit of rain last night. But yeah. Oh no. I've hit reserve. I think I've run out of fuel. No. So maybe. Okay, so maybe that's a warning. Oh yeah. It's gone. It's gone. Course on a roundabout. Course on a roundabout. Come on. There we go. I've flicked the switch, so it's nice and easy to get to. Of course, it happens to have it on a roundabout. Oh, worst possible timing. My reserve tap works. That's really good news. I should have just drained the tank and then just did it that way to work out which is on and reserve. Oh well, I should have just done that instead of. But yeah, I mean, you can concat to reserve any time, so it's nice to know that in a pinch I can get to it as well. Oh yeah, I didn't show you this. I got this. This took ages to come. It took over a month to come. It's handmade in Ukraine, and it's way cheaper than the official one. Well, the proper one with the window and everything. Handmade in Ukraine, that was. There's one guy on eBay who does them. So, and I was like, that's a really good value, that is. Right, let's use up this fuel that I've had in the bottom of here for ages. So hopefully now, I don't know, will I still want to carry fuel? One of those things where, do I still want to carry petrol or not? If I've got this, do I want to carry fuel or not? That's the thing. I can see me carrying a little bit of fuel. I think I might carry petrol, but I won't mix it. I'll make sure it's not mixed. because then I can just, you know, if I see someone else without fuel, then I can give it to them. So yeah, I will carry fuel, but I'm not going to carry petrol in it. I'm not going to put oil. I think this has got oil in already. I'm pretty sure I pre-mixed this, so... The worst thing is about this bike is that it doesn't have the manometer, so I don't know its true tank range. Until I take it on a proper road trip, that's the only time I'm going to know its true tank range. But this will give me a good 26 miles, 30 or 35 miles in theory, so I can fill up before I go home. Should be good. Yeah, there we go. So I've got a couple more jobs to do on this bike, but nothing too major, so hopefully this is basically, for now, I mean, well, I'm just going to see how this test ride goes. But yeah, this lovely cover I got. Don't know how waterproof it is, so we'll have to test that. But maybe if it isn't waterproof, I'm just going to have a can of Fab Seal on me or something, just so I can Fab Seal it. This clip is really tight. Look, this clip is really tight to get on, but it needs to be, because, you know, it's got to stay on on the road. And it doesn't flap about or anything, so that's really good. But just in case, I've added this carabiner, just in case, just to keep it down a bit, just in case it does try to lift off. Got an extra carabiner there. But this is quite tight on the bottom, so you have to do quite a job to get it off. Right then, there we go. It was all fine until it wasn't. So I was on my way back, someone pulled out, went to use the horn, nothing. Then I realised all the electrics are dead. So the engine was still running, so I popped a fuse, I reckon. I hope it's that, but yeah, that'll be for another video. Almost. I almost trust you, bike. We just...